In the sprawling digital landscape of cyberspace, there exists a hidden realm, shrouded in secrecy and obscurity, known as the dark web. This is not a place for the faint of heart or the casual internet user. The dark web is the underbelly of the internet, where the usual rules of the digital world don't apply. Here, anonymity is both a shield and a weapon. It is a space that few venture into without a strong reason, and even fewer truly understand. Anonymous, a name that resonates with the ideals of digital freedom, has long been at the forefront of discussing this enigmatic place. They've taken it upon themselves to explain the dark web, not as a warning or a condemnation, but as a reality that exists in the hidden corners of the internet. Their aim is to shed light on what it is, how it works, and why it's so difficult to avoid or ignore. The dark web, they explain, is not what most people assume it to be. It's not a vast marketplace where you can casually browse through goods and services, like a regular online store. No, the dark web is far more complex. To enter it, you can't simply fire up your usual web browser and type in an address. You need a special browser, one that can mask your identity and anonymize your online activity. That browser is called Tor, short for the Onion Router. Tor is a tool that creates a maze for your data to travel through, making it nearly impossible to trace your digital footprints. When you use Tor, your traffic is bounced through multiple relays across the globe, each one acting as a decoy to hide your location. It's this decentralization that makes the dark web such an elusive place. But once you're connected to Tor, you still need to know where to go to find what you're looking for. Websites on the dark web aren't like those on the surface web. They don't have the familiar .com or .net suffixes. Instead, they often consist of long strings of random numbers and letters, and their addresses end in onion. So how does one find their way around? Anonymous explains that while Tor provides the means to access the dark web, it's not enough to just be connected. To truly navigate the dark web, you need resources like the Hidden Wiki, a directory that lists various dark web websites by category. It's here that you'll find links to marketplaces and forums that cater to the most illicit of activities. This is where the dark web earns its reputation as the black market of the internet. The Hidden Wiki can lead you to sites that host everything from illegal drugs, counterfeit currencies, and fake IDs, to even more sinister offerings, such as murder-for-hire services. It's a dark and dangerous corner of the internet, where the most nefarious individuals conduct their business under the cloak of anonymity. Despite the dangers, the dark web is not entirely comprised of illegal activity. Anonymous points out that many people use the dark web for privacy reasons. For example, journalists in oppressive regimes may use it to communicate securely, away from the prying eyes of their government. Activists use it to organize and speak freely in countries where free speech is heavily censored. But even these good intentions do little to diminish the dark web's reputation as a haven for criminals. Anonymous also offers an important caveat about using the dark web. While Tor can anonymize your traffic, it's not foolproof. One of the major drawbacks of the dark web is its excruciatingly slow speed. The very layers of security that make it safe also make it slow. Every website, every page you try to load, takes significantly longer than it would on the surface web. This slow pace, combined with the risk involved in accessing such a space, is enough to deter many people from ever venturing there. But what about those who are determined? What about the people who need to explore the dark web for a reason, not out of curiosity or entertainment, but because they are investigating the criminal activities that occur within it? Anonymous reveals that even law enforcement agencies and private investigators sometimes turn to the dark web to track down predators and criminals who operate in its shadows. One of the most common cases involves the investigation of predators and pedophiles. These individuals often turn to the dark web to conduct their illegal activities without fear of being traced. But as Anonymous reveals, even though the dark web offers a layer of protection, it's not an impenetrable fortress. Predators often make critical mistakes, such as using the same email addresses or phone numbers, which can be traced back to them. Despite the anonymity that the dark web offers, it's still possible to find these criminals, especially when they make errors that expose their true identities. Anonymous themselves have used the dark web for investigative purposes, and their experience sheds light on how the digital underground can be accessed and exploited. They recount a time when they were able to hack into a website that had a presence both on the surface web and on the dark web. By creating backdoors into the site's system, they were able to access valuable user information without being detected. This data was vital for the investigation they were conducting, as it helped expose the illegal activities happening on the site. However, Anonymous is quick to clarify that they were careful not to possess or distribute any harmful material that was being exchanged on the site. Their interest was strictly in the data that could help expose the perpetrators. Despite the dark web's notorious reputation, it's important to understand that it's not all about crime and illicit dealings. It's a place where digital privacy is fiercely protected, and for some, it's a lifeline in a world where surveillance is ever present. But for others, it's a place to hide, to carry out activities that would be impossible to perform on the surface web without facing serious consequences. As the conversation about the dark web continues, Anonymous makes it clear that it is not a place that should be ventured into lightly. It's a digital jungle where the stakes are high, and the consequences of getting caught can be severe. If you choose to enter this hidden world, be prepared. It's a slow, dangerous, and unpredictable journey, where the price for your privacy might just be the loss of your innocence. In the end, the dark web is a reminder of the power of anonymity in cyberspace, a power that can protect individuals, but also shield criminals. It's a double-edged sword, one that offers both protection and peril, depending on how it's used.